All right, October 29th from Justin to Cully. No Justin, you guys know where he is. It's day 3 of an absolute onslaught of the WEEI phone lines. It just keeps getting, crazier and crazier. Today's show, we made, I don't even know how many more phone calls we made, but we're talking, it's going to the corporate phone systems now or some shit, or do they just have like the worst, customer service process in the world where you can't even reach the fucking sales team. You can't reach a receptionist at corporate. You can't reach it. Literally, we called a fucking grocery store in wherever the fuckville that Kirk found it. And they answered. We get to the bakery department, but we can't get anybody from a radio entity that is Odyssey. That's fucking absolutely wacko. So it seems like everybody's still kind of keeping on it out there. The phone lines are absolutely jammed. Every time I've called with *67 or not, can't get through on my end. Some callers I've heard have gotten through. I don't know if they're plants or not. We'll get an update from Justin soon. Kind of bounced in and out with Justin during the show just a little bit, but he's still grinding away like he has been for 3 days now. Right now was around the time where we predicted Gresh would crater, basically, and it turns out it was actually 2 days ago, 2 hours into his show. So, yeah, there you go with that one. We also touched on today a Kevin Cullen column that we didn't get to. I think it came out Monday night. I set like a Google alert thing for him, so I think I got it at like Monday night at 7:30 or something like that. But he wrote this column just saying like how it's the year of the jerk and how watching the Ryder Cup and how the fans were acting and just fucking horrible Kevin Cullen column. And I don't know. I asked the question on the show if there's any worse expense than Kevin Cullen on the books right now for a fucking media entity, because he's basically, since it all went down with KNC, years ago, he's like relegated to obituaries in Cullen fashion. It's just very weird. This is like one of the first columns I remember of him giving an opinion that literally nobody on planet Earth has. Nobody watched. I don't even give a fuck if you're in Europe. Nobody watched the Ryder Cup over the weekend and thought to myself, oh, the fans are too drunk, they're acting inappropriately. Like, I don't remember watching that and seeing fucking guys run across the greens naked or anything like that. It's just fucking insane. The column was just absolutely stupid. I should do like call to actions in this because we don't have listener participate. Like, leave a comment down below on that if you read it or whatever. But sounds probably stupid to say. But yeah, just absolutely ridiculous column that we didn't get to because of this whole EEI and Gresh madness. We didn't get to it yesterday whatsoever. So other stuff going on today's show. We did play a little bit of audio from the Dave Portnoy show where they were talking about Stern and Rogan, but the question was basically asked, and I think I agree with Eddie on this one. Is Dave Portnoy the new Howard Stern? I would say that's an unbelievable comparison. The only difference is Portnoy's touching like 10 million different things, whereas Howard Stern always stayed in this radio lane, whether it was, terrestrial radio or whether it was satellite. He was always, all of his content was contained in one location, whereas Dave has a blog, a Twitter account, Instagram. It's fucking everywhere. So it's spread out. But I wonder, I don't know, I can't remember the influence. I know he had influence, but I can't remember like the real impact of Howard Stern out there. I know that I can go into fucking Walmart in Walpole today and see a fucking pizza that was created on the backs of Dave Portnoy and a content idea. So I don't know. It's fucking bananas. And then obviously we had what he did with the Barstool Fund that shot him to the moon. So I personally think that Portnoy probably has more impact today than Howard had in his prime, but that's probably ill-informed, I would guess. But I don't know. That's the way it kind of feels to me, at least. Other thing that came up, I just saw the tweet when I was doing a video for Sacco, or editing a video for Sacco, and then I saw a tweet from Kirk. All-time Cullen fuck up, Cullen with an I. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's not a big deal. I brought up the TikTok thing. Barstool reached out and said it was basically a new TikTok manager, and they were saying, hey, we'd like 3 videos. I respond, what was my wording? Fuck, I should pull up that email again. You got it. Oh, typical douchey Dave. You got it. Thanks for thinking of us. That was basically the premise of it. I thought I said thanks for thinking of us, like whatever, and then I would have gone and asked Kirk just to get back to the person, but I don't know. Kirk wants no part of TikTok, so he will not be on TikTok. No matter how many millions of followers are potentially involved in it. But you know what? I can also see it too, because it wouldn't think it would be the best fit for the show, TikTok, with a younger demo and all that stuff. So I don't know. Either way, I should have just immediately, before I even responded, I just should have went to Kirk. So I should have done it. So that came up, and all-time Cullen fuck up. So Probably fitting that as he was tweeting that, I was working on stuff for Sacco, which is like an all-timer of a fuck up. So there's that for us. So, all right, well, we will be back tomorrow. We keep these short. You guys don't want to fucking listen to me just ramble. You did enough of that with fucking that Menors interview that I did. But we'll be back tomorrow with another wrap-up, of course, after the show. Quantum Week Chris is in. We're doing a show on Thursday this week. So technically, let's see. So yeah, we did a show Monday with Mike. We did a Tuesday show just because of the whole EEI thing. That was just Kirk and I and calls and Justin or whatever. And then Mike was in today. Quantum Week Chris tomorrow, not on Friday. And then we'll do the Stevie Van Zandt on Friday. Well, so 5 days in a row. Sacco live show. You guys still tickets on sale if you guys want to go. I think they'll be available on the day as well. So if you want to make an impulse decision, they're there for you. We got T-shirts that'll be for sale on site there that are exclusive to that event. So they'll be on. They'll be available to purchase. I'll have my Square reader that Harrison and I will hopefully run that, and that'll go smoothly. And that's about it. So yeah, so we will we'll talk to you again tomorrow. And if you have anything else, let us know, tweeting us, whether it's you got on the radio, whether it's you got on a different show like Patriots Unfiltered. We played that cut today. But just keep us posted on how many calls you're making so we can figure out if you're coming to lunch with us. We actually got a call today if somebody was on hold for fucking 3.5 hours, basically, earning their spot for that team lunch. So we'll keep track of everybody. So send screenshots. I know Apple kind of sucks because it only does like 200 calls. So send those screenshots. We'll let you know if you won, and that way you can find out if you're watching the show, possibly coming to lunch with the entire team, which, by the way, I mean, Chris, if you're watching this, I assume you've heard the show by now. You don't have to apologize. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Things happen. I was just following orders. I was tweeting out what I was hearing in that moment. I was thinking of Milton's. It was what it was, but yeah, no. So Kristen, tomorrow we'll have fun. We'll have games. We'll have activities. We'll have exercises, whatever we're calling them these days. And it's technically the last in-studio appearance before Sacco. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.